Okay, good morning, people. I have got about 1 hour before I have to go to work, so I thought it's DLC day on GT Sport, but what better way, what better way to spend the hour before work morning, much love. Get back and play it yourself. Yeah, that's cool. Corvette's had a buff. Citroen GT's had a nerf. 650S had a buff. Porsche 911's had a nerf. GT3 RCF has had a buff. Okay. Okay. What? Okay. Okay, I think all that's going to do. And everything about and tank capacities have changed as well. Everything that you're not fuel and new. Hello. Let's try that. Right, hopefully that's better, guys. Basically, I've just been talking to myself for the last 5 minutes. Right. So I can hear myself now, so let's try again. So, quick one. We'll start from the beginning. So, we've got some balance performance changes on the actual patch. I've somehow just zoomed in and I don't know how. There we go. So yeah, some changes on Group 3 and Group 4. Some cars that probably didn't need touching, like the Lexus RCF in Group 4 has had a nerf for absolutely no reason whatsoever. I think the Group 4 change is probably what you're going to find, and all you're going to find is that the M4 will be slightly slower, and the Atenza might dominate now instead, because that's not been touched. Don't think the buff to the F-Type or the 650S is going to bring them into play, to be honest. Group 3 more interesting, because the Porsches had a nerf, and so has the Citroen GT, so that might be a bit more open now. We'll have to see. Don't really see the value in the nerf of the R8. But again, I'm not a QA tester, so I don't get hands-on time to test these cars in depth. Okay. Give me a shout in chat, guys. Make sure that the sound is working correctly. Hello to everybody. I did say hello to everybody before, but obviously that got lost in the cyberspace. So hello everybody. Good morning. I thought I'd use the hour that I've got before I start work or before I have to leave for work to do a little stream. So obviously it's DLC day, everyone's excited. So hello to everybody, thank you for joining me this morning. Right, yes, update 1.11. It's what everyone's been waiting for. And it's a good one. 4 new campaign mode events, 1 in the beginner league, 1 in the amateur league, 1 in the professional league, and 1 in the endurance league. Obviously, that's great, but it's not what people are really after. They're after the 10 new cars containing absolute icons. We've got the Toyota Supra in there. We've got the XJ13 in there. The Ferrari 330 P4. Shame we didn't get the old GT40, but the Ford GT will do. Lamborghini Diablo, McLaren F1, the original Viper. It's so good, that pack. Some awesome, awesome cars in there. And yes, the track, or tracks. Some ribbons for Maggior, very cool. It'll freshen that track up a little bit. But what everyone's after is Monza, and that's what we're going to focus on in the stream this morning. Let's have a quick look, make sure I've not missed anything here. So, museum, yeah, boring. Museums are boring, whether they're in games or not. Various other issues have been addressed. So what's a good place to go, guys? So there's a lot of undocumented changes in patches that they don't tell you about until you actually see them. Like a couple of patches ago, they put in a fuel warning light, and they made changes to some glitches and things like that. It's worth, just silence my phone a second. It's always worth going to GT Planet. It's gtplanet.net. On there, they usually have a thread of undocumented changes. So usually, as I say, there's a lot more that has actually changed. So, yeah, we'll start with Monza. Luckily, it's in sport mode today. They whacked it straight in. Whoa, 15 times tyre wear. That'd be fun. Mustang. Well then. Out of nowhere. Okay. I think what we'll do is we'll drive a variety of different things around it in time trial. Let's have a look at a few different cars. There's lots of different Maggior circuits. Maggior Central, East, West, Central reversed, East reversed, West reversed. It's a shame it doesn't give you like a track map in this menu so you can actually see what they look like. But we'll find out, I'm sure. Right, here it is. No Laguna Seca yet. I'm sure it'll come. Let's go in the old faithful, the Lamborghini Huracan. Last car I was using last night, trying to lap that flipping Tokyo track in sport mode. Absolute nightmare. I was getting so close to a 206 and just kept parking it in the wall. But yeah, Laguna Seca would be a good ad. The problem with Laguna is I've raced it in every single racing game that's ever existed, ever. It's been in Forza, it's been in old Gran Turismos, it's been in iRacing, it's been in Project Cars, it's been in Assetto Corsa, it's just been in everything. Whereas I just like some variety, you know. Tracks that you, like, obviously I'd love to see Le Mans and Spa in this game because they need to be in this game. The cars that are in this game dictate that those tracks have to appear at some point. And Catalonia as well, I would be very surprised if that didn't appear. But I'd love to see, especially with Polyphony and the Japanese roots, some Japanese tracks that people don't race often on games, like Fuji, maybe Tsukuba. We've not seen that in racing games for a little while, or you know, Sugo, stuff like that. So I've not driven a single lap around this circuit on GT Sport yet, so you're gonna have to bear with me as we go a little bit wide at Parabolica for the first time. Track looks great, as you'd expect from a Gran Turismo game. Hard on the brakes down into the first chicane. A little bit late on the brakes, in fact. My chair has moved. Just give me 2 seconds. So I've gone to hit the brakes there, and my brakes just stopped. Right, let's try again. I might start the lap again, actually. Yeah, I went to hit the brakes, and my seat has like a tilted brake. So the brakes kind of like point upwards towards me. And it had been moved. So when I hit the brake hit the wall, and I didn't stop. Do love a bit of Monza. It's going to be interesting. First corner in sport mode races though, because you're no doubt going to get people with the overspeed and things like that, or draft into turn 1. A bit deep into the first chicane again. Oh my god, you need absolute buckets of lock to try and get around there. To the right hand side of the track for Variante Alta. Keep left for Lesmo 1, which is quite blind actually. Some horrendous shadows through there. Car understeering like crazy. And Lesmo 2 usually can take a nice chunk of that curb on the inside, which we do. Brakes for Ascari, nice chunk of curb on the way in, hard on the power. Oh, track limit's quite harsh there. Don't think I was 4 wheels off the track personally. The might as well just not bother talking. The representation of the track seems very good so far. This car is extremely understeering. Surprised if I don't pick up a penalty for that. Right, got on the brakes a little bit earlier this time. Better first chicane. Keep it glued to the inside for the shortest possible run to Variante Alta. Nice and tight for the first Lesmo. Huge amounts of understeer in this car through there. The early impressions are very good. Track's fantastic to drive. Looks great. Going to be a a tough one to race on because there's so much draft. Much better line through Ascari that time. Sacrificed a little bit of speed on the way in to make sure we got that fantastic one out. Better through parabolic at that time as well. Car really does not want to turn through there. But I'm on full lock, trying desperately to get to the nose of the car to point in. Oh, a little bit late on the brakes there. Trying to push too hard. The track's fantastic. There's definitely an advantage playing manual transmission at all times, I would say. Because not only can you dictate when you change gear, which is great for just going in a straight line, but also you can dictate what gears you're in for corners and things like that. It's just much quicker. You can use the gearbox for engine braking. You can use the gearbox to help point the car into corners. Right, we'll do one more lap in the Huracan and then we'll have a look at some of these new vehicles. My credit pool probably isn't enough to buy anywhere near all of them, but we'll have a look at as many as possible for sure. Bucket of oversteer there. Really is a nice representation of the track. I'm very pleased to see it in GT Sport. I'm very pleased just to see some new tracks. What I would say is Polyphony have done a very good job to get this amount of content out so quickly after release. With a lot of games, you're waiting a long time for your first track expansion. And the fact that we've had 8 in this pack, even though a lot of them are the same environment, we've had 8 in this pack. We had a couple of tracks in the last pack to freshen things up a little bit. So it's definitely a good step in the right direction, and it should freshen the game up a little bit. It was getting a bit tedious doing the same tracks in sport mode every day. At least this will break that up a little bit. Right, we'll have to go into Brand Central first. We're going to have a look for you now, Yap. So, the Ford GT. There you go. The Ford GT's been added today. Max speed of 10. 150,000 credits. Not that bad, actually. I was expecting worse. The OG Dodge Viper. Horrendously cool looking car. We've got the Jaguar XJ13. Again, ridiculously cool. It's 20 million credits, come on! The credit cap is 20 million. So basically you're saying to people, here, have 10 new cars, but you can only actually buy one of them, even if you maxed out on credits. Polyphony. Makes it impossible as well, right? Ridiculously high credit ceilings like that make it impossible for content creators like myself to get you a decent video out with the content in straight away, because you can't buy the cars. You have no physical access to them. What's the betting that the P4 is 20 million as well? Yeah, there you go. So you've got to grind 20 million credits for both cars with a credit cap of 20 million. That is stupid. And that's just for 2 of the cars. Never mind the rest of them. Absolute personal favourite of mine. The 97 Supra. Absolutely gorgeous car. FT won 500,000 credits, for God's sake. Alright, yeah. Daihatsu saying Nukes there's a museum there. Can't wait. Can't wait for the museum. Yeah, it does. It's true to life in the reflection of price. With the, obviously, them being 2 of the most iconic race cars to ever have raced. But it's a game. You can't make it so that it's like, that is the maximum amount of credits you can have on this game, 20 million. And you've got to get that twice over just to get 2 of the cars out of the pack. Seems a bit over the top to me. Like, people don't wait ages for DLC to come out. For them to actually drop the DLC and then for you to not be able to access it. Like, nobody on the game, not anybody, will be able to access those two cars immediately. They'd have to pick between one or the other. I don't know, that just doesn't make sense. And if you do pick one of those cars, you can't have access to the other 8. Right, let's have a look at this Supra. Suggestions in the chat, guys, for what to drive next. Obviously, bearing in mind I have 2.6 million credits, so I can drive anything apart from the P4 and the XJ13. So give me a shout, let me know what you want to see. I've gone with my personal favourite, the Toyota Supra. We're going to take it around Monza. We will have a look at some of the Maggior tracks as well. Obviously, time permitting. I'm running on a bit of a strict time schedule here. The maximum I can stream till is about 11:30, because then I have to leave for work. Start work at 12 o'clock, so... get those off. Well, it sounds cool. Looks cool. Woo! I thought the Huracan understeered. Morning Vito, how you doing, dude? Woo! No thanks, Jeff, it says, for the chicane. Oh, why you reset me? The only criticism I have of this game sometimes is driving on the sports tyres and below isn't very fulfilling. I suppose you're kind of spoiled by the grip that you get from the racing tyre. So when you get to the sports and the comfort tyres, it feels very washy. I can't drift, by the way. I give it a bash, but I can't do it. It's my driving weakness. Morning, Matt. Yeah, it's great. Great to have it in the game. Looks fantastic. Sounds great. Miles wide at Parabolica. I cannot drive from a third-person view. I do not have a button mapped on my wheel for look back. I don't know if I can do it in here, so I can have a proper look at the car. I don't think I can. If anyone knows what the default look back button is on the G29. Well, there it is. Hey! Going straight on again. Let's have a look at something else. Try and get through as many cars as possible, because we've only got another 40 minutes now. Play app. Thank you for watching, dude. We'll take the next car around one of the new Maggiore circuits as well, just to see what those are like. So, any ideas, guys? Anything in particular that we want to see? Let me know. I was leaning towards the Lamborghini Diablo personally. Absolutely beautiful car as well. Plenty of new scapes as well apparently been added. Loads of stuff. For a free update you can't really complain. Let's try the centre circuit. Oh, okay. It's kind of Mialbi-ish. Okay, we'll give those two a go in a second. Ford GT and the 40512. I love the wing mirrors on the Lamborghini Diablo. It looks so cool. It's one of those cars that just, no matter what angle you look at it from, it looks beautiful. Just like that typical late 90s, early 2000s styling as well. Just angular, maximum attack. Just put some racing tyres on it. Tighter than I was expecting. Oh, this car sounds unreal. One massive improvement that Gran Turismo have made in their game design. This sound. I believe they hired an ex-Forza Motorsport sound engineer. Whoa. God, did not take that anywhere near as well as I was expecting it to. Let's drive from this angle for a bit. This car sounds so good. Don't know if it relays very well through YouTube, but it sounds awesome. Oh, the understeer again. those cars as well where if you brake deep into the corner, kind of like the Alpha 4C, kind of like the KTM Crossbow, it doesn't like it. So one of those cars that will benefit from a oh, hello, one of those cars that will benefit from a frontward lead push brake bias. Try 2. There we go. Just do one more flying lap in this. What a crazy car. On the brakes there. It definitely behaves a lot better on the brakes though. No! That little clip of the grass there absolutely murdered me. Right, let's have a look at something else. Ridiculously cool. I'm not really trying to be fast or anything like that, dude. Just having a look at some of the cars, having a bit of fun, trying out the new tracks, trying to push them. Problem is, like, when you first learning new things or learning new tracks, you're bound to make mistakes, especially when you're trying to push as fast as you can possibly go. So yeah, I'm not infallible. I do make mistakes just like anyone else. Obviously, the videos that I put up, I try and make as good as possible. But let's go for the Ford GT next. Especially in practice, I'll always make mistakes. I'm just trying to push so hard. Wow, that is some selection of colours. Wow, so you can have side stripes, both stripes, no stripes. I do use a wheel, yes, a G29. Yeah, the money glitch would definitely have helped to those 220 million cars. It's kind of ridiculous, as I say, price-wise, but wow, that Beetle is horrendous. I'm going to end up getting my YouTube channel taken down for displaying horrendous images of crimes against cars. Right, let's try a different one. Hey Alan, the Supra is not expensive at all. I think it was about 50,000 credits, somewhere around that kind of mark, 45,000. Oh man, I wish I wasn't, Alan. I wish I wasn't. I've got the late shift today. And the late shift is quiet, which means a lot of the time I've got at work today will be spent wishing that I was playing Gran Turismo. I'm on PC, PS4, sorry. There's no Gran Turismo on PC. I do not have a gaming PC. I have played iRacing and stuff in the past. Right, let's try out this. Again, I'm going to put some racing tyres on it because I just don't like driving the cars with the sports tyres on. It feels really odd. car sounds great. Low pitched Ford GT growl. Brakes made out of wood. Understeer central. Oi oi! And just a massive kick of oversteer, just the car's way of letting me know it's still there. And it's going to dive straight on in the brakes. My fault for braking in the usual Group 4/Group 3 braking zone there. Let's have a look in car. So basically this is just like a Lake Maggiore short version. Just cutting out the second half of the track. Really cannot drive from the third person view. It blows my mind that some people can actually be fast and drive from behind the car. It weirds me out. A bit late on the brakes again. Even with the racing tyres, the car understeers like crazy. It seems to have given you a bit more runoff there now though. Don't know if you noticed when I went wide. Because this is the extra bit of track there now, it's a lot more forgiving. Before, if you went wide there was just one strip of curb. So you'll probably see faster times at Maggiore as a result. Depends if it's dirty or not. If it's classed as dirty or not. Let's go back in car for a lap. Say in car bumper cam. My weapon of choice. The understeer in this car is insane. Better through that double apex right-hander. See what I mean when we go through here this time? Like there used to be, like a big curb there. But you can get away with a lot more on the outside of that corner now. Carry a lot more speed through there in cars that probably couldn't before. See the bonnet picking up every time I get on the power. Just the weight transferring through the car. where the Ford GT shows how nimble it really isn't. Very difficult to drive through that section. Can't even keep it pinned through there. There we go. That's the Ford GT. I think that's the Maggiore, was it the East or the West circuit? East, I'd say. Let's try something else. There is a McLaren F1 in this update. Feel free to add me if you want to play. I would usually do open lobbies on stream. Potentially, it depends on when I get back from work, potentially do some open lobby racing later with Monza. I think that'd be fun. Try some different cars around there, get some of you guys in, do some cool racing. My PSN you can see, F4H_Rosso. I say feel free to add me. And we'll do our racing that way. There's no point doing anything right now because in 20 minutes time I've got to leave for work, so. Right. Did someone say McLaren F1? Absolute icon of a vehicle. Hard to believe that this car is 6 years older than the Diablo that we drove. And over 10 years older than the Ford GT we've just driven. That's how incredible this car was when it came out. It's from 1994, and up until very, 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 very recently, it was still considered to be the pinnacle of hypercars. It was the only true hypercar still. Until you got the likes of the Ferrari Enzo and things like that start coming out. Just an insane feat of engineering for what was available and researched in 1994. Okay, so we've got one more Maggiore circuit to try, which is the West version. Which again is basically just half of the circuit. Right, let's give it a go. Good night, dude. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you got your fix before you get your Wi-Fi back. That's right, Matt. You can't beat a bit of British engineering. It's the one thing we are really good at, to be fair. Definitely something to be proud of. Right, looking forward to driving this one. Oh, hang on a sec. Let's put that sweet racing rubber on. Listen to that noise. And obviously we've got to keep it in the third person view for the first corner just so we can see those movable aerodynamics that everyone forgets the McLaren F1 had. I don't want want to say things that are factually incorrect, but that has to have been one of the first cars to have movable aero, in a road car at least. Savagely fast. Actually decent brakes as well. Very odd. It feels like it's got grip, but is also understeering quite a lot. Like that should be pinned through there. Struggle like crazy. So, central driving position in the McLaren F1, no room for a passenger. But you've got a McLaren F1, so you don't need company. I mean, come on. Having someone in the car with you just spoil it. What would you rather have, a McLaren F1 or no friends? Plus, you don't have to pay. You don't have to play taxi. But yeah, I would give you a lift to the shops, but you know, one seat. Sorry. Such a shame. The car gets massive air over that hump. It's obviously hard to convey the feeling of lightness over a video, but believe me, I'll try and get it on the third-person view when we go over there next time. Literally, the front wheel's completely off the floor. Such a beautiful car. Rear just steps out as you change gear. See the tail wagging all over the place as it gets a new burst of torque. Understeer is crazy. Even with the racing rubber, the car just doesn't fancy complying. Alright, let's have a look at this over this bump, see if we can see it. Oh, after all that, I missed the actual bump. We'll have a look next lap. Let's get back inside the car for a second, because that third-person view makes me feel pretty queasy. I thought it was the first bump out of the two, so it went over it and nothing happened, and I was like, oh. Like the engine note didn't even change. Like, that's a bit weird, and then boom, over the second bump as I changed camera. Steering goes light. The car's engine note goes up a couple of octaves. Ah, fuck, I missed it. Again, massive kick of oversteer as you change up the gears. Do a lot of the steering on this car with the throttle. Tiny little micro lifts. Right, let's get this right this time. There you go. And we still managed to get stopped for the corner. I'd say that's a success. Front wheels about 2 foot off the floor. Just a passenger at that point. Absolutely awesome car to drive. Really is. Right, we've probably got time for one more, I think. Maybe. Yeah, we've got time for one more car. Alright, there you go. You learn something new every day. I don't want passengers in my F1. I do it now because it's just wasting time while I'm trying to get as much through as much content as possible in as short a stream as possible. Oh, but I will accept them all, don't worry. Oh. Hello? What's going on? There's definitely something weird going on with my mic at the moment. I don't know what it is. I'll have to check it all later. Right, back to Monza. Sorry, I can't do it. Yeah, there's something up with my mic, I think, guys. I'll check it all out later. It's not playing ball. It's the Elgato software. So I use an Elgato with an external mic, but run it through the Mac, and for some reason it all just doesn't play well together. There was one night where I was literally I'd recorded 3 races for this video, and I got No game audio on 2 of them. No commentary on the 3rd one. I could have cried. Surprisingly good brakes on the Viper. Surprisingly good handling as well. The brakes on this aren't bad at all, not far off Group 4 standard. Super long bonnet or hood, as the Americans would say. I think definitely the next step in terms of features and functionality for a game like GT Sport is sorry, can't breathe. It's full like VR support. It would make running in car a lot easier, a lot more fun. Your view is very restricted here. Obviously you can change like the field of view and stuff like that. But if you're just using the standard field of view, you have literally no vision to your left, barely any rear vision, no vision to your right. It's almost impossible to race with just a standard view like this. It's alright if you're going forwards, but if you want to see anything else, not great. Cones anyway. Oh, sorry, reading chat. You can get away with taking a lot of curb through that chicane by the looks of things. Says as he pings up a penalty immediately. To be honest with you, you lose the penalty straight away at first Lesmo anyway, so if all I'm going to get is a half a second penalty for going wide through there every lap, you'd take it. Probably works out faster. Basically, you just straight line that chicane and essentially gotten away with it. Huge kick of oversteer out of Ascari. We're hard on the power. Try and actually do a lap. So yeah, absolutely loving the content pack. Some unbelievably cool cars. And the tracks are a great addition too. I mean, the Maggior ones obviously are just ribbons of an existing track, but at least they mix things up a little bit. At least they give a different option. And obviously the surprise of Monza is fantastic. Did not expect Monza today. I'd have been happy with the 10 cars. And I was thinking to myself yesterday before the patch announcement dropped, oh, maybe they'll put some ribbons in of an existing track like Maggior or Dragon Trail or something like that. But never thought that we'd actually get a real world licensed track in the pack as well. Like Like, I saw some people yesterday on some well-known forums, and one of the comments on there was, "Oh wow, we only got one licensed track." Like, come on, mate, it's free. If you had this content pack, if you had 10 cars, 8 track layouts with a brand new track, an addition to campaign mode, new scapes, and balancing changes, if you got that from turn 10, thank you very much. That's $25.99, please. Enjoy the pack while we laugh to the bank with your money, because we know you'll buy it. And yeah, obviously the argument can be said with Forza that it's shipped with a whole lot more content. But that's still a game, even though it released a month prior to GT Sport, it's still riddled with bugs that still haven't been fixed. There's no spectator mode, you can't watch a lobby, you literally cannot go in and just spectate like you can on GT Sport. There's massive glitches to the leaderboards, there are no class leaderboards. So I really don't think we've got it bad. I think people's priorities are wrong if the first thing you do when you get a whole load of content released to you for free is you go on a forum and go, well, that's a bit shit. Like, it just baffled me. I just read the comment and I just thought to myself, you know what? Fuck replying to that guy. It's the kind of person that wins the Euro Millions, goes for a newspaper interview with his winning ticket and is like, yeah, it's alright. Just won 83 million quid, how'd you feel? Yeah, it's alright. Didn't get Laguna Seca though, did we? Anyway, micro rant over. This car's fantastic. Handles great. Sounds great. Looks great. Very much like the rest of the pack. Ascari is just such a cool sequence of corners. You have to be so committed. Just absolutely awesome when you get it right. Ooh. Going Ken Block style through Parabolica. Loses us a little bit of time. Still going to get our sub 2 minute lap in, and I think, guys, that is all I have time for. Yeah, bang on the nose, 11:30. Thank you to everyone that's tuned in. Sorry it couldn't be for a little bit longer, I really do have to leave. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Hope you found it informative. Hope that you got a good little sneak peek of what hopefully a lot of you will be going home to this evening, or a lot of you will be going and waking up to tomorrow morning. It's definitely worth it. As I said, 8 PM, well, it won't be 8 PM, it'll probably be about 9 if I do get to stream tonight. We'll do some open lobbies and get some Monza racing done. Get some cool cars on there and turn the slipstream up to strong and have some hilarious races, I think. But yeah, if you enjoyed the stream, thank you very much for watching. If you could whack a like on there for me, it'd be hugely appreciated. I want to say thank you to absolutely everybody who's watching and who will watch the VOD back. We've hit 1,500 subs, which again is absolutely mental. Thank you ever so much. Only a month ago I had 100, so the growth has been absolutely insane. Thank you to everyone that watches and supports me. It's very cool and very humbling. But I'm going to go and do my duty to the gods of the internet. If you don't know, I sell internet for a living. If you need internet, let me know. But yes, thank you very much for watching, guys. And if you do want to be notified when I go live later on, just whack a subscription on the channel and turn your notifications to on. As I said, if you want to get involved in those open lobbies later, drop me an ad, F4H_Rosso. I'll make sure to accept all of those friends' requests today. and we'll get some racing done later on. But thank you very much for watching, guys. Much love, and I'll see you all later on.